Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of the Lake Elsinore Special. I'm the social vigilante. I'm hyped up today. I done had 2 energy drinks, but I got my notes. I got my receipts. You get what I'm saying? What up, Chewy? Get in the camera. Yeah, so, I just got out of school, and this episode is going to be on the wrongful killing of Atatiana Jefferson. Now, in Fort Worth, Texas, those of you, I'm sure that you know by now, that Atatiana Jefferson was wrongfully murdered by a police officer, currently resigned, former police officer. His name is being held, and she basically got murdered wrongfully because a punk coon neighbor called the police saying, oh, well, there's a door open, 2:30 in the morning, acting like he was concerned. But my whole thing is, dude, if you were so concerned, you could have just walked across the street, knocked on the door, and asked if everything was okay. But no, this dude decides to call the police and just, makes a false accusation saying, oh, I don't know what's going on, something suspicious is over there, just because the door is open 2:30 a.m. For all we know, it could have been hot. It's still hot in Lake Elsinore, so come on now. We leave our door open sometimes with the screen because it's so hot during the nighttime. So let me read this. In the early morning of October 12, 2019, police arrived at her home after a neighbor called a non-emergency number stating that Jefferson's front door was open. Police body cameras showed that when she came to her window to observe police outside of her home, Officer Aaron Dean shot through it and killed her. Police stated that they found a handgun near her body. The Fort Worth police reported that Dean resigned on October 14, 2019. Now, what you just read, they found a handgun near her. For those of you that don't know, Texas is a right to bear arms state. So you can legally have a gun in your home, and it's legal as long as you don't have a felony. They just tried to criminalize her when it's rightfully her right to have her gun in her Texas home. And for some of you that don't know, in California, you could have a rights to bear arm license. Therefore, you can carry it on you in certain towns and certain counties. I know the Inland Empire is one of those counties. Now, my boy Aaron, my cousin, he has a license, and he carries his gun everywhere he goes. And I'm in the works of getting my own license, so therefore I can have the blammer on me everywhere I go. So I'm going to make this very quick because I got to go to work. I shouldn't even be doing this. I should be making my food, but I'm too hyped up. I was listening to that West Side Gun and cooning and buffooning because, I came up with a new name, the prestigious corporate coon, the social vigilante. And this is what's going on. So I had a good day in class today. I was giving dudes, advice to flirt with women and everything for communication skills. Because, those of you know that I'm a journalism communications major and I do study finances. We're going to do another episode on that. So let me read this. A former Fort Worth police officer was being held in jail on a murder charge after shooting a black woman through the window of her home. And the department told a grieving community that investigators would ensure no stone is left unturned in the search for answers. Aaron Dean, whom is 34 years old, was jailed Monday night on a $200,000 bond, which, just let me inform you guys that you only need 10% of your bond to get out of jail. So an indication would be $200,000 bail would be $20,000 he would need to get out of jail. After being charged with the murder in an incident that began with a call from about an open door. Early in the morning, he resigned from the force, and the police chief said that he would have been fired if he had it. The reason why he resigned is because if he goes to trial and beats this trial, he resigned on good terms. That means he can go and apply for his peace officer's license and become a police officer again. So that was very strategic of him to resign before they fired him. Because if they fired him, he would have never been able to get his peace officer's license again if he beats this trial. So my advice to you guys is when you guys are dealing with police officers, I know I've been harassed countless times in my life growing up. I'm 28 years old, so I've even been harassed on my job late at night, because I work by myself at an undisclosed base location that no one needs to know. But I work by myself. So, and there's been countless nights where police officers rolled up on me in the parking lot, outside of my car, harassing me and everything. And my advice to you guys is just to stay calm. Don't give no attitude with these people, because they're looking for any type of way to get at you. They're looking for any type of way to have a reason to arrest you or shoot you. Not all police officers, so we're not going to overgeneralize, but a lot of police officers, they're looking for a reason to jack you up, especially take you to Southwest. That's one of the Lake Elsinore specials. So, my advice to you is always to remain calm. Don't talk a lot. Don't say much. Just give them the correct answer that you need to give them, and avoid the situation to get the hell out of Dodge. Avoid it. Because if you don't, then you're going to waste all your time of dealing with these people, and you're going to make it harder on yourself. Because some of these dudes and women, they're already looking for a reason to mess with you. So, I don't get pulled over often, but it's been a year since I've gotten harassed at my job. And I got my work shirt, my badge on, and everything. And they still harass me. Like, what are you doing here? And I'm looking at them like, dude, don't you see my work shirt? Don't you see my badge? I work here, dude. I got keys. So it hasn't happened anytime this year. Knock on wood, because, you never know with these people. But my advice to you, when you guys get pulled over, if you're having a bad day or if they're pissing you off, just remain calm, give them your driver's license, cooperate with them. Don't talk a lot. Why are you pulling me over? Don't do none of that extra stuff, because that extra stuff can escalate a problem. And some of these people, you got to watch out, because they got the spirit of the demon in their eyes. They got the spirit of witches and warlocks and devils and gremlins and goons and goblins. So you got to check yourself, and you got to remain calm and avoid the situation, and avoid as much conflict as much as you can. Because we all know it doesn't matter what race or ethnicity you are, but when we all get pulled over by the police, we're all nervous and scared. When the police car gets behind us, we're nervous for that. Start shaking and everything. So it's very sad what happened to this 28-year-old woman. She's a college graduate. She worked in the health field. So, it's a wrongful loss. And the sad part about it is that she didn't have children, but she was taking care of her nephew. So she had legal guardianship over, her nephew. I don't know why, but her mother was in a hospital while she was at home with her nephew playing video games 2:30 in the morning. It's very sad she lost her life. So I want to send my condolences to Atatiana Jefferson and her family. And please pray for her family. And please pray that, this officer, his name is, what is his name again? Aaron Dean. This officer, he gets brought to justice. And another thing is, I want to say is, for all of you, is that we're making the progress in the right direction. Aaron McGriver, she was just arrested. And Aaron Dean, he was just arrested and tried for murder. So we're moving in the right step of the direction of making sure these police officers, are brought to justice when they wrongfully do something. Anyways, I got to go to work. Peace and love, everybody. Make sure you tune into another future edition of the Lake Elsinore special. And I got a special for you guys coming up. It's about me being catfished and about me being stalked. Peace.